So if you're watching this video, then you probably struggle with productivity every single day. And that's such a universal problem right now that people can't even keep focus and be productive for one single day, let alone a whole week, and then do that repetitively every week for the whole year. And so imagine if I could tell you that you can actually plan and implement your schedule so that you can have a productive week. Imagine being productive for 7 whole days and then doing that every single week. How much would that change your life? How much would that get you towards your goals, right? That 10K a month goal, or that 4.0 GPA, or that 20 pounds of muscle you want to build on, or that 20 pounds of fat you want to lose. How much would productivity solve those problems? How much would they get you towards your goal? Probably they're gonna get you towards your goal, right? They're probably your biggest bottleneck, your biggest limitation, because you just can't do enough. And so I'm gonna be teaching you exactly how I went from not being productive for even half of a day to then actually planning and implementing methods to make me productive for a whole week, and then actually reviewing after the week and making my next week even more productive, so that you literally only gain productivity over time. And so the biggest thing that actually helped me become productive and plan for a whole week is changing my goals. So instead of your yearly goals, like your 2024 goals, let's say, instead of them being output based or results based, such as the 10K a month on your business, right? Or the 4.0 GPA, or the 20 pounds of muscle, right? Whatever your goal is, it's probably all results based, outcome based. What if you just change that to input based? So, as in, you change it to like as a goal that measures how much work you put in, not how much results you get. And because the reason why it works is that instead of kind of controlling your results, which you can't do, you can control your input. You can control the work you put in towards a goal. And that way, if you fall short on the goal, then it's your responsibility. And then if you go above the goal, then it's also your responsibility, which means now you can actually be proud of yourself because you put enough work in. And so if you don't get the 10K a month, let's say that was your goal, right? Then I wouldn't know how to feel. Be like, is it my fault? Is it the business model? Is it like I don't know what to do. Like I'm not even getting close to it, right? Like you put whatever work in, and then I'm like, okay, I'm making $100 a month right now. I'm not even close to the goal. 1% towards the goal. And so if you change it to input based, then you can actually track how much work you put in. And the more work you put in, theoretically, the more progress you make towards your goal, the closer you're going to get towards your goal. And so the input based goal is actually going to get you to the outcome based goal. But we can't guarantee that the output based goal will be achieved by the end of 2024 or the end of your deadline for your goals. And so switch them to input based so that you can actually find it easier to actually track your goal, and therefore you have more responsibility and control over the work you put in and how productive you are. And so yeah, input based goals will just make you more productive. And so what you would change it to is something like from 10K a month to like then I don't know, like 100 hours into my business, or 200 hours or 300 hours or 400 hours. You see what fits you, right? Let's say 400 hours into your business throughout the year. So now you just shrink them down and split them into monthly goals. So 400, what would that be into monthly goals? 400 divided by 12. Do that math, and then you'll see how many hours you need to put per month. And then you split that down even more to the weekly goal. And then once you do that, you see 400 divided by 12, and then divided by the week, so divided by 4, let's say, right? And then that way you know exactly how many hours you need to put per week. That's how you start planning for your week. That's how you start scheduling your week and planning for a productive week. Because now you're like, okay, I need to do, let's say, 10 hours a week into this business, right? And so you split it between your 7 days. Okay, 2 hours on Monday, 3 hours on Wednesday, 5 hours on Saturday, right? And so what I want you to do is actually get out your calendar, Google Calendar, your physical calendar, whatever you use, and let's say the goal was 10 hours, right? Then you split those hours to depending on when you're free, right? First you fill in like, for example, when you wake up, when you're sleeping, what time you're at school, right? Any other things that are scheduled every single week and you know there for sure. Whatever's fixed on your schedule, just write that down or list that down in the Google Calendar, the calendar you're using. And then for the goals that you're trying to get to, then you find time to actually hit your weekly goals. So, like for example, the 10 hours of your business, or let's say 10 hours of studying, right? Or let's say 10 hours of going to the gym, whatever it might be, depends on your input goal. And so you write that down and you fill out your weekly schedule, right? And so once you do that, you actually know what you need to do every day to get closer towards your goal. And then once you do that, then just also download a habit tracker. You can download it on your mobile app. I use the one called just literally called Habit Tracker, and it works pretty well. And you can even add a widget on the iPhone so that you can always just see it. You can see what habits you're ticking off, what habits you're not ticking off. You can also make a physical one. A lot of people do that, so you can literally paste it on top of your desk. So you can see it every time you go to work. You're like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this, right? And you want your habit tracker to consist mostly of like the input-based goals that you're trying to get to, right? So let's say your daily goal is like, or let's say your Monday goal was 2 hours of work. Then you write that down on your habit tracker. Monday, 2 hours business work. And then either you tick it off or you don't tick it off. And so that way you keep yourself accountable, and you should not cheat yourself when it comes to actually ticking off your habit tracker. If you just didn't complete a task today, don't tick it off. It's gonna cause you guilt and shame, and those feelings will make sure that you're less likely to do it the next time. You're less likely to skip on the habit and not doing it. And on top of using the habit tracker, then you need to use review systems to make sure that you're actually being productive. And so what I mean by that is doing daily reviews and weekly reviews. And so what I do is by the end of every day, I just assess how my day went. I know exactly, okay, did anything go wrong today? Did anything go right today? Like, what did I do basically? And then anything that I felt short on. And then also just anything unique that happened in my day. And that way it's kind of like journaling at the end of the day, but also at the same time talking about how my productivity was, what tasks I did, and what I didn't do. And then you want to do the same thing when it comes to your weekly reviews. And so you also assess your whole week from, like, let's say I do it at the end of like every Sunday night. And so from Monday to Sunday, I just assess how productive I was. Did I accomplish anything big, I guess? Any of my weekly goals, right? And then also what did I fall short on? And then anything interesting that happened in my week. So that way it feels like journaling and prepping for next week. But also, you're also assessing your productivity, and you're seeing where you need to improve. And so that's kind of a gist of how I would go about planning for a week for productivity and efficiency and staying focused. And that way, with the review system, you can actually tweak it and get better every week theoretically, right? But obviously, there's still a lot of aspects that go into productivity and staying focused and maintaining focus, right? And so that's why I just launched a community where I help young men to be more productive. And so the link is in the description. Basically in there we have a whole community section where people ask questions, people will answer your questions, and you're in a group with like-minded men who are all working towards the same goal, being more productive. And it's all gonna be young guys, and so you're gonna relate to everyone in there. You can make friends, and if one of them lives near you, you can literally just make a friend just being in that community. I also literally have built out courses that help you with your productivity and other aspects in life. And so I literally have a 5-week productivity accelerator program where I go in depth, like these videos, but times 5 in detail, and so much longer, with presentations, with actionable steps, so you know exactly what to do every single week so that you can improve and boost your productivity. And then on top of that, then we have calls every week so that we can chat, answer any of your questions, and just help each other grow as men. And so this is going to help me just as every other member in the community. And so it is currently free right now. And if you join for free, then you're free in the community forever. And so click the link in the description to join the community now. And I'll catch you boys later. Peace out.